We're looking at an economy where 1 in 10 households is short of food, and there's a difficulty feeding families.
And families struggle just to put food on their tables. Food banks are working really hard.
There's a lot of working poor families that are on the edge, and now the COVID-19 crisis has pushed them over that edge.
Recently, our media has been bombarded with news on the economy and if more additional stimulus is coming. We see daily news on COVID-19 deaths and the economy spiraling into a deep recession. But I think what really goes unnoticed is the suffering of everyday people, which is happening on the ground every day. Food insecurity statistics have been especially depressing. These are very sad statistics. 1 in 10 American families are struggling to put food on the table right now during the COVID-19 pandemic. This equates to over 40 million Americans that are struggling to put food on their table. Children are extremely vulnerable and are much more likely to experience daily hunger than adults. Those located in rural areas account for the highest rates of food insecurity in the country versus those in metropolitan areas. Food banks are overwhelmed and have experienced massive increase in users. Food insecurity issue is nothing new in America. But the scary thing now is that it has been growing in the past decades and is much more pervasive in our society now. During the COVID-19 pandemic, millions of food bank users have never used food banks previously. They are new users of food banks created by this pandemic. There were many people living on the edge, and unfortunately, COVID-19 has pushed them right over that edge. I have a young family and young children, and I cannot imagine not being able to provide for them with proper food on a daily basis. I'm lucky to be able to take care of my family, but unfortunately, millions of Americans right now are unable to do this. And this has been something totally out of their control brought by the pandemic. COVID-19 has magnified every difference in our society, politically, economically, socially. The rich have gotten richer, and money provides options. The wealthy have a choice of food, access to education, alternatives for their children, such as online Zoom classes, ability to work from home, things that will protect them from the COVID-19 or minimize the chances of catching COVID-19. The poor and marginalized have food insecurity and have to make ends meet with the current dysfunctional government policies. So what can we do right now to help on this food insecurity issue? We can donate our time and money, obviously, to the local and federal level food banks and assistant organizations. Such as on the federal level, the USDA operates the Meals for Kids program, and you can view their website at www.fns.usda.gov/mealsforkids. I'll be providing a link in the image. So this website helps find meals for kids, when schools are closed, and helps provide meals to underserved communities and their children. So also, the USDA National Hunger Hotline remains a helpful resource for people seeking food assistance. The hotline, operated by Hunger Free America, can be reached Monday through Friday between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern. 1-866-3-HUNGRY. That's 1-866-348-6479. So for this year, I usually donate to a few causes every year. But this food insecurity issue is very important for me in 2020, and also the PPE issue not being provided to frontline workers and those in lower socioeconomic levels. So this will be on the top of my donations list for 2020. Thanks for watching and stay safe.